Welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be showing all of my 2024 planners slash journals just because I always have a lineup of these things and I just want to share how I use them differently. So let's get into it. Starting with my most used journal or planner. This is the 10 Minutes Planner. If you follow me for long enough, you know what this planner is and you know that I enjoy using it so much. But this one I've been using for a while now. It's quite filled up. It's almost done actually. In the timetable section, you can highlight the parts where you're productive, or for me, I make skinny lines to show where I have school or work. And yeah, you can just log what you've done throughout the day. I also like to highlight certain things on my list as priorities. I've been using this planner for years now, and I kind of changed the way I do my setups. I tend to put stickers on them. It just depends on what I have in my sticker collection in the moment. But yeah, I love using this planner as a daily planner for school and for work. Just for like my daily to-do list, honestly. I used to not like undated planners, but honestly this setup makes it easier to customize it to how you like. And I also like to decorate the front cover. I got these matte protective covers. Mine's broken though right here because I've been using it for so long. But I got this photo card pocket from a store in The Source in Anaheim. In the back, this protective backing has a pocket if I ever want to put stuff in it. My most loved, most used planner. Next I have a planner that's actually quite similar to the other one that I just showed. It's a similar setup, but I found it on Amazon. I haven't used it yet because I plan on trying this out after I finish the other planner. But if you look at it, it's essentially the same setup, just placed a little differently. But when I go on my study account on Instagram, I see a lot of people who have planners like this with a little bit of an alternate setup. So I just wanted to try it out. I like the aesthetic of this one as well. But yeah, I'll have to fill this one out once I get to it and see if I like it. The previous planner, the motemote planner, they're based in Korea, so they only have certain colors from their store on Amazon. So it's usually like the same 3 colors that I buy. But this is a little bit different, has a different aesthetic on the front. Yeah. Okay, getting into my hobonichi planners, which are my favorite as well. I have my hobonichi weeks, which is my second year using this hobonichi. I started it last year, but I liked the layout a lot, so I got another one with the usagi cover on it, which is super cute. I found the cover on eBay, but it was so cute, so I got it. And on the side here, I have keychains. I have Subin on this ID holder and my Act Sweet Mirage keychain that I got from one of my mutuals who made this for the tour last year. But yeah, so let's get into this. So the front part, I just put one of my BTS film strips on there, and then I put Jung from ZB1, which I'm a recent ZB1 fan. Like I just started listening to them more deeply, but Jung is my fave. Then getting into here, I don't have too much just because it's only January, but here is my January spread. It's kind of scrapbooky. I cut up the pamphlet that came with the hobonichi, which says life is present, and kind of pasted them around. I've used a lot of Doraemon stickers that I had, and I put this little memo that has a movie review, which is All of Us Strangers, if you haven't seen it. Really good movie. Here are my weekly spreads. It has the Stacy Girls and just more kind of scrapbooking aesthetic here. In this hobonichi, I usually just list what I did during the day. So it's more of a condensed what I did in that day. The week afterwards, I thought that it would be a good idea to use the hobonichi weeks as a Korean diary. So I've been trying to write kind of the same things, like what I do in each day, but in Korean. I don't really try to make it sound super fancy or crazy. Like I kind of repeat myself a lot, but it's just practice for me to write and kind of just think of how to format sentences, I guess. Here is week 3 of my weekly spreads. And then I just made a spread that's like G-Idol themed, which I still need to fill in for the week. I like to use my extra K-pop albums to make these spreads just because I have so much extra paper and things to use, and I have a bunch of stickers and washi tapes, so I just like seeing how I can create a spread out of all of that different stuff. In the back of the hobonichi, there's always a bunch of blank pages here, and I haven't started doing anything with it yet, but what I seen on TikTok was somebody who would like put the books that they read as they were reading them and would paste them on here. I really want to do that. I either want to do it with books or with movies. I'm thinking about doing both, but I don't know yet. One of the things that I want to change from my setup from last year was how I filled out this blank space, because I ended up not using most of this. I'm excited to figure out how I want to do that, but that's about it. I have Subin on this film strip here. I have some bucket list ideas in this pocket. Yeah, that's about it for this one. Let's get on to my other hobonichi. Here is the hobonichi techo daily planner. I have Taeyeon and my little TXT Act Lovesick keychain here, and I have a new cover for this year, which is the first time that I bought a new cover in a couple years. It's a little bit older. I found this one on eBay as well, but I just thought it was so cute with the cats and the little ribbons. Getting into it, here I have a little Kai photo card hanging out, and in this pocket I put a little letter that I wrote to my 2024 self as an end of year check-in, so once the year is over I can see what I told myself, I guess. I kind of already forgot what I wrote, if I'm being honest. Last year, I made a bingo card for the stuff that I wanted to achieve in 2023, and I kept it digital on my phone and my iPad, but I thought it would be cool to like paste it into this planner for this year and X them out as I go, because I realized last year I wasn't actually tracking the bingos, and I think looking at it every day in this planner will help me like actually get these done. Just to make sure I'm always trying something new in the new year. My first monthly spread here is another G-Idol spread. I was trying to use up the album photo book that I got from the Queen card comeback, so that's why you're seeing a lot of G-Idol. If we move into my first daily spread, I again have more G-Idol. I think this year this hobonichi is going to be a combination of just like dumping whatever thoughts I have for that day, but also just being like a K-pop diary journal. I don't want to limit myself to just having to write stuff every day. I want to be able to do either. So that's why there is no words on this spread. It's just stuff I wanted to put together. If we flip to June 15th, which is my birthday, I also wrote myself a birthday letter from my last year's self. Again, I also forgot what I wrote in here. But in the back of this hobonichi, there's also blank pages, like the weeks. And for the past few years that I've had this planner, I just use it as like a mini junk journal just to keep all the mementos that I've collected throughout the year. So I already have a 2-page spread. To be fair, a lot of this stuff is from last year. Like there's 2 movie tickets from last year. I'm sure this will fill up very quickly throughout the year because it always does. But that's all I have in here for now. And I have a little bumgyu in the back. And finally, I have my Korean study journal, which is a tiny little Midori notebook that I think I found at Barnes & Noble, but you can definitely get them on Amazon. I have a Yoonjin photo card here. My plan is to carry this journal around with me everywhere and just take note of words that I think of that I want to translate into Korean. One of my goals this year was to learn more words that are more academic, I guess, or more career related, especially for like public relations and stuff that I want to study. So during my classes, sometimes I'll just write words that I want to translate. Like here, I wrote client, strategy, research, risk, theory, stuff like that. I've also been trying to build vocabulary by watching those short TXT videos on their channel. Tea-time! Because it's super easy to just watch those and write the words that I don't know, because they're only a few minutes long. So that's been a really good study method. I really want to make a study vlog that is centered around how I study Korean in a week. Let me know if you're interested in watching that, because I think it would be really cool to show, especially because I'm not taking like a college class at the moment. I'm only self-studying with a tutor. But yeah, let me know if you would be interested in watching that. But I hope this will be super filled up by the end of the year. But yeah, so these are all of my journals for the year. I'm excited to see how I continue to use these throughout 2024. Let me know if you want more journaling videos, because I love to journal. But yeah, I will see you next time. Thank you for watching.